guys, welcome back to another episode of Lapping Up Oz. If you can recall from our previous episode, we had a lot of drama with the turbo on our MAN engine. So what had happened was a loose nut or a bolt found sitting on the compressor wheel inside the turbo. The issue with this is that we worried that shrapnel had travelled through the engine and would have to be rebuilt. We did look into that, and then even with Scott doing all the labour by himself, it just wasn't realistic for us because it would have been far too expensive and out of our budget. What Scott did was travel up Rainbow Beach for a couple of days and cut the front half of an 8x4 Volvo truck for the engine and the Allison Auto. The engine had actually been rebuilt 100,000 Ks ago. So a massive thank you to the guys at Rainbow Beach Recovery for helping us purchase the engine and also load it onto the truck so that we could bring it home. So a lot has been done since arriving home. We've actually unbolted and cut out the Volvo engine. We've hoisted it up, given it a wash, and it's gone into the mock-up chassis. So Scott's been working really hard because he's actually made up all of the mounts for the engine, and he's also made mounts for the intercooler and the radiator. So I look forward to showing you just a few videos of that process.
I could be there when you sleep, and I'll be there when you wake up. Cause I love what you look like when you're not wearing makeup. And don't get me started on your eyes. Can I sit with you, even if it's just for a while? Cause girl, you make me feel like I'm a child, and I could smile all night. Just one touch, I'm running wild. Make me feel alright. You make me feel alright. You make me feel alright. You make me feel alright. Nobody's ever seen you fight as pretty as your face. And your smile can never be a frown. It can never be a blur. And don't get me started on your eyes. And can I sit with you, even if it's just for a while? Cause girl, you made me feel like I'm a child, and I could smile.
So I've made up all my engine mounts. Now the new engine mount in the front is actually the cross member as well. So that's it, that big grey piece down there. And that runs up under there. The radiator and intercooler mount. Now I've actually fixed this to the motor. So when the motor's bouncing up and down, or it's torque twisting, or in corrugations and it's vibrating and all that sort of thing, the radiator is doing exactly the same thing. So the fan, it won't interfere with the shroud, hopefully. That's the plan. So I've made all that up. The radiator actually sits offset and sits to this side. That's on my top mount there, so it's all rubber. Yeah, it all sits to the passenger side because of the steering box. It sits there. So this is my driver's side mount for the radiator. It's all notched out so I can get a socket in there and get a bolt in there. Everything's just tacked at the moment because I don't want to go welding stuff out until I'm sure that that's going to work. These are the gearbox mounts. So it's all made of 12mm plate. I've still got to pretty everything up yet, so everything's going to be 45'd and cleaned up, and so it doesn't look so agricultural. The shock mount I also had to modify. I had to pull it in so I could fit all this in here properly. So that's the rubber mount there. And then that's the new plates up in there for the gearbox. As you can see, bit of working out to get all that to fit up. And then this is the rear spring mount, which I got the spring custom made through Carroll Springs. Everything's plasma cut by hand. I don't have a fancy plasma cutter, so everything's done by hand and measured out and whatnot. So yeah, that's the spring mount there. So it's just a Land Cruiser spring that's been modified. It's actually been shortened. I've actually got one made to suit this width, and yeah, it all mounts to the back of the gearbox.
A really massive thank you goes out to Scott's parents, Lisa and Rick, because it really wouldn't be possible for us to build our dream without them. They've given us the space to be able to do that, allowed us to bring back bits and pieces of trucks and take them apart at home. It's just little things like helping to do up a D-shackle, being the counterweight on the back of a bobcat, just the simple things like doing up a trailer as it's coming off the back of a truck. Their help has been amazing, and we wouldn't be able to build our dream without them, really. So thank you so much.